Where am I? Here I am. Two guys who've had their share of all-star moments. I should have just read this in the first place. Are Julius Erving and Michael Jordan, the two legends, MJ and Dr. J. Sat down for a chat.
While you were out, did you look at your place in basketball history?
Yeah, I did, and I felt very proud about it. This is a guy who came from a little town who evolved to be an important part to the history of the game of basketball, which is how anybody wants to be remembered. And then when I did choose to come back, I didn't let that be a base or a goal. I wanted to extend further than that. I want to get back to that level and extend it further if I could. You know, that was part of my driving force.
Do you study pro basketball history?
Sure. I think that's the way you learn about dealing with all different types of players, dealing with the game and the expanding of the game. You brought a different attitude, a different expansion to the game. Magic, Larry, myself.
It's my opinion that today's players have trouble relating to longevity and a historical perspective about the game because of the economics. It's get in, make the money, and then get out. What's your opinion about that?
I agree with you. I think for years ago, you know, the players came in after a 4-year college experience of learning how to play the game, learning more about the physical aspects of the game, but then at the same time learning the knowledge of the game. And then once you get on this level, you apply that against the best players in the world. That only improves or enhances that mental toughness or the beauty of the game, the dedication to the game, the opportunities that the game provides. Not monetarily. That so happens to be a part of the game. You know, I got a feeling that, you know, even today, I still have that feeling. If you didn't get paid a dime, we still play the game of basketball somewhere. So the love of the game is something that either you have or you don't. You either love the game for what it's about, not for what it provides. You know, a lot of times I think today's athletes, they love the game for what it provides instead of what it is.
Have you returned to the game that you love with an enlightened view about how things work?
Oh, before I had a very naive attitude about it. You know, the way I was perceived and the way that I must live. There's no pure, perfect human being in this world. And I think because of all the adulation that I was receiving and respect that I was getting, I wanted to live that most perfect lifestyle so that everyone could always like Michael Jordan. I try to make everybody happy, but you can't make everybody happy. That's one of the things that I've learned. My father taught me, and you advised me many times that, you know, at some point in time you got to know when to say no. And I think coming back to the game and being away from the game and being in minor league baseball, I was able to revisit some of those stages that evolved once I was trying to get to the top. And I kind of forgot about it. And it brought the very simple things back to me as a person and to the game. It's just a game. Enjoy the game. Enjoy your life. Play the game. Be very respectful to people, but have people respect you for a human being. And don't be afraid to take. I'm with my kids. I'm with my family. I'd rather not. Be polite about it. But yet, recapture some of that realistic attitude to your life or the humanistic side of yourself. Because you were losing. I was losing it. And I was getting so wrapped up into it that I wasn't happy with what I was trying to do and what I enjoyed the most, which is playing the game of basketball.
It said there'd never be another Elgin Baylor. Then I came along. It said there'd never be another Dr. J. Then you came along. Who have you been sizing up for the torch passing?
If I look at the players today and who would take what either I've done, that I've taken from you and you've taken from Elgin and expanded it even further, Hardaway is a great pick because of versatility and the things that he can do with the ball, without the ball, defensively, you know, to make his surrounding players better. Everyone says Grant Hill. I think Grant Hill is very similar to you, to Scottie Pippen, you see the passing of the torch to the next generation, but I ain't ready to give them that yet.